Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, so this channel is for people who have severe anxiety, agoraphobia, and still want to enjoy life. So this is my trip to Disneyland in California. This was the first time that I went to Disneyland. This is my support group, as you can see, my husband and my best friends and their children. So here we were at the shuttle. We just walked in. This is November 2025. That's my hubby. I told him to walk in the middle so that I can record him. So this is during the holidays, and so I was lucky enough to experience Disneyland during the holidays. The downside of this is that it was pretty crowded. That's me. And I got my Minnie Mouse ears as well. If you don't like crowds, then this is not the place for you. I'm okay with crowds. That doesn't really give me much anxiety, but loud noises, dark places, or places that are too far away, those things do give me anxiety. But I had a great support system. We all went in the same car. And here we are. This is our first ride we're going to get on the Alice in Wonderland ride. Here is the Mad Hatter teacup ride. I didn't get on it because I thought, it's going to give me dizziness, maybe nausea. I just said, it's just pretty. Let me just record this. But I was in line for Alice in Wonderland. I think everyone was kind of wondering how I was going to deal with the first ride, but I did pretty amazing on the first ride. At first I was anxious, which I will show you. But you will see that I did pretty great. The lines were long. Okay, so here's 3 of my first friends. Those are the second round, and here I am. There was 3 of us. I was sitting in the back, my husband in the front, and one of my friends next to me. This is Alice in Wonderland. In the beginning, I was like, okay, it's dark. It's moving. I have no control on this ride. But then I was like, listen, this is safe. You're going to be fine. As you can see, my hands, I was just, kind of shaky in the beginning. But I just kind of got into the groove of it. I was like, look at everything. See how cute it is. Look how pretty everything is. And then slowly I kind of, grounded myself. And at the same time, I was just like trying to be in the moment. So this is pretty cute.
Since this is the false we dread, we're painting the monster's head. Don't tell the queen what you have seen.
Her Imperial Highness, the Queen of Hearts, and the King.
Shall we play croquet?
And Rule 42, the Queen will always win.
Fun, huh?
I actually also have fear of heights, but I think I did kind of good here. It's not too high, and it was going very slow. Here I saw all my friends were down there. They were taking photos of us. It was pretty. Look at the other ones. The best thing in life is to have a great support system, especially if you have anxiety or panic disorder or any of those things. And I do too. So I think that, that kind of made everything easier. I definitely wouldn't have gone to Disneyland if I didn't have all of that. So if you can grab even just two friends and go to Disneyland, then that would be just awesome.
Into a beautiful and a magical place called Storybook Land. As our story starts off with a once upon a time, in this case we have the big bad wolf hiding off in a little cave on our left-hand side. The kids go through taking their safe in the little hole. We have one piggy in their house made of straws, one piggy in their house made of sticks, and one piggy safe in their house made of 100% guaranteed wolf-proof bricks. Oh, you see Ella? We have the 20 that Alice grew up with. On our way ahead, we have the beautiful city of Agrabah with a street-ready Aladdin and a beautiful princess named Jasmine.
This is Vaja's home. Vaja, look at me.
They fell in love and Alice had her
So,
carried up
my daughter, my best friend's daughter, we all call her Princess Jasmine, and we said that that's your fairy tale land. Here we are, all of us. The funny thing is about anxiety is that people might look at you and you're smiling. At least I smile most of the time. And people can't really understand that I'm nervous or I'm stressed out until I actually tell them, listen, I'm freaking out. But other than that, I have a good way of maintaining my composure.
Where she fell down, down, down into Wonderland.
This is Sleeping Beauty's castle, which is the main castle here. I believe in Disney World it's called the Cinderella Castle, but this one's Sleeping Beauty because at the time when they built Disneyland, there was only Snow White and there was Sleeping Beauty. The other cartoons were not out yet. They weren't created yet. That's why, for someone like me who's like only into princess stuff, I only had a few things that I could be excited about. And that's Jack Sparrow. So here we kind of divided into two teams. One team, the ones that don't have any anxiety or fear of, fast-moving objects or things like that. So they went and did other things like that Megatorn and Star Wars. They got into the other rides, and we went through this Sleeping Beauty's Enchanted walkthrough, which is really cute. I think before you kind of, if you want to take a breath, that would be the best thing to do in between the rides. And then team 2, which is us, the 3 of us who didn't want to get onto crazy rides, we got into the Snow White's Wish. This is a very slow moving ride. It's pretty, it's beautiful. You would have to try this one. My only complaint is, about the darkness of the rides. I wish they weren't so dark. But other than that, Snow White is one of the good ones that you can ride for sure if you have anxiety and, you just want something calm, something relaxing. And here is the parade. I believe there were 2 show times for the parade. And the people working there were ushering us to move from one point to the other. Over here, I believe we were trying to get to It's a Small World ride, which is also another ride that you can get on. Here we are standing in line. Lines were crazy. There was nothing less than 30 minutes. Everything was like 40 minutes or something. But this is really cute, especially during the holidays. Okay, so we got into the ride of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Do not get on it if you have anxiety. I wasn't planning to do it, but then I thought, everybody else is getting on it, so let's just get on it. I was fine, but my friend who was sitting in front of me, she definitely had a hard time. Okay. So here's the parade. This is the second show time of the parade, which again, we were walking from one place to another. And as you can see, we couldn't even stand in one place to watch the parade. They kept ushering us to move. The people standing in the front, they had gotten there sooner, but, we were just, we were focusing on getting as many rides as possible. This is the last ride that we got into, which is Peter Pan's flight. I have to say this was my ultimate favorite flight. Even though it's kind of like higher, the railing kind of goes above, like on the ceiling instead of being on the bottom. But it definitely was amazing. I got in this one with my husband, and this was actually our wedding anniversary. And so, I felt so happy that we could have these moments together, even though, I can't really go here and there with him while my anxiety is really high. But we had our moments with our friends, you know, and this was pretty cool. Most of the rides are like 2 minutes long. So even if you do get anxiety, just know that within 2 minutes you're out, you know. And here it is. It got dark. The Christmas tree, the stores. Oh my gosh, the stores are just so beautiful, especially the Emporium. It has so many cool stuff. And then this was 9:30 p.m. when they had the fireworks show. We decided to leave like, you know, as soon as the fireworks started because we knew the parking lot would get crazy and then maybe, you know, my anxiety would kick in. So we decided to watch the fireworks from afar and then you know, head back to the shuttle that would take us to the parking lot. When I was taking these videos, I was not thinking of posting them on the YouTube channel. That's why it's kind of flimsy. I just use my phone instead of like a better camera. But at the same time, you know, I thought that there might be so many people who are going through what I'm going through. And going to Disneyland is both a dream and also a really big challenging thing to do for someone who has anxiety and panic disorders. So, you know, I thought that, you know, it's around the holidays. Maybe someone out there is planning to go to Disneyland, and this video actually helps one person, then, you know, I'd be grateful. But please write in the comments about, you know, how this video helped you. Definitely prepare yourself before going to Disneyland. Watch the rides on YouTube. I posted all the rides that I got into except for the Pirates of the Caribbean. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and comment below. Bye bye.